Welcome to In the Mix with D-Lo, where the Run It Back podcast crew dives into the latest in gaming, tech, and comic book movie reviews. Get ready to geek out with insights and banter that'll level up your inner nerd. And it starts now.
All right, everybody, welcome to In the Mix in the new season. We are actually doing a review on the Fantastic Four First Steps movie. I'm here with, of course, the Run It Back crew, Cha-Cha, Javi, Omega. And then we also have Travis, the Crimson Yetti, with us today. So what's up, man?
Nice.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's happening?
So,
living the dream, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, question for everybody. Who has watched it and who hasn't?
I have seen it.
I have not. Not yet.
Travis, did you watch it?
I did, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, we'll start with Omega. What you think?
I thought it was pretty good. It came out not too long around the time that Superman came out. I thought Fantastic Four was really good. Still preferred the Superman movie. Thought it was pretty good. But I liked what they did with a lot of things in the movie. Like the retro vibe.
Yeah.
Like I was feeling that. I thought that was pretty dope. And just generally, I knew that they were kind of setting up for Robert Downey Jr. to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of waiting to see what I would catch in the movie that would, maybe like give it away. It would step towards it.
And we'll talk
Yeah.
about that with
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Because there was one of those actually was there for that kind of setup. So
Yep.
there was actually kind of two. There was the ending credit scene, but there was actually a scene in the movie where they set that up.
Yep.
Travis, what do you think of it?
I thought it was good. There was a couple of little things that, just kind of nitpicking things, but I can go over that later. But overall, I thought it was good. It was a little better than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, actually, I agree. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just because here lately within this multiverse saga, they just kind of just been everywhere and anywhere with it. You know what I mean? They didn't really have like a specific storyline with it. They, of course, they had the whole thing with Jonathan Majors, so they kind of had to revamp what they was going to do with that. And apparently he's still not out of the talks of playing Kane. They're probably bringing him back, so we'll get into that. Other than that, I'm with you. I did like the retrospect of it. It was actually it looked like it was in the 60s, but it wasn't like based in the 60s. You know what I mean? So I liked that. I thought the storyline was overall good. They did touch on a lot of things that the older movie, the early 2000s movie did not touch on. Yeah, especially with Galactus and Silver Surfer.
Yeah, exactly. Galactus was like some kind of cloud.
Yeah.
But yes, this time around, things were done substantially better.
Yeah.
I think I give them credit for continuing to like take swings because, even though the original ones were cheesy, like I remember those.
Yeah.
And they just haven't really managed to nail down what they want Fantastic Four to look like at the moment. So this was nice.
You're right. Yeah. And honestly, I felt like this was the opener to the multiverse saga.
Yeah.
For what they'd done, I thought this right here was like the opener. I would consider the Thunderbolts part of that.
Right.
Just because the ending credits with that, where they introduced them coming into the universe or whatever. But I really think that this one was really like the opening, the awe factor of the multiverse.
Yeah.
Factor of it.
Thinking like Secret Wars type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then which some news on Secret War actually. There's going to be like a whole bunch of multi characters in there, of course, with it being a multiverse movie. But the thing about it is, a lot of the characters that didn't really get their send off, before, are finally going to get their send off in there. There's going to be some that makes it through, but there's going to be a lot of the ones that's going to be. And they haven't said which ones, of course, but they said that there is going to be some that's going to finally get their send offs.
Is Hugh Jackman signed on?
I think so, actually. So
nice. Javi, what did you think of Fantastic Four? Well, for me, I thought that it was pretty good. I didn't really, I don't know why, but I didn't really like the fact that it was kind of centered around the kid.
Yeah.
Like the baby. When it got to the point of Galactus saying that he wanted the baby because the baby was going to be this most powerful, was going to take his spot. I am referring to the same movie,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, period. Because you looking at me like I'm talking about a completely.
No, at first when I asked you, it didn't sound like you actually watched it. So
you said who watched it? I said, yeah, we watched the trailer. I said, I remember a lot of it.
Okay. You said I remember, but I didn't know if you were like remember the movie or just remember watching it. So
no, I remember a lot of it. I know enough to talk about it.
Okay.
But no, I really thought that they should have brought a little more to the Rockman. What is his name? I'm losing it. The Thing.
Yeah.
I think they should have brought more to his like love life. I was kind of eager to see a little bit more go into that, but it didn't. As far as him and the girl.
Yeah.
At the bar, she was like had like a little joint off in the cut.
Yeah.
I was kind of intrigued by that, by like how she was intrigued by him.
Yeah.
As far as his appearance.
Well, there's probably a reason.
There's
probably actually a reason why they didn't do that, and we will get into that.
Okay, but I also thought that the whole Galactus coming actually walking the Earth is crazy to me because he was this huge ass being in space, and then he's small enough to be on the planet. That was kind of crazy to me because it was like it's supposed to be a total annihilation, but he ended up just coming down to Earth and walking the planet. I was expecting like him to come and like have all these ships and put out these big warnings and then this big old war. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was kind of looking forward to. But I didn't get that.
The same way,
I didn't get that. I was like, oh, he
like Godzilla
stepped on the planet. Yeah, very much the vibes of Godzilla. Everybody's running, cars are flipping when he kicks them. Like it was very much that vibe. But yeah, overall, I think it was a good movie.
Well, I might be able to help us ease some of that. Thought
Travis, you agree with me though? It was kind of that vibe.
Yeah.
Yes. That's one of my biggest quarrels with the movie, which I mean I can go into that later, but yeah, that was mine. With them hyping up Galactus the way that they did, and Galactus is a huge part of the villain of Marvel. For him to just come in and kind of, walk around the Earth and stuff and not really do much. He'll scan around looking for Franklin, but he didn't really use his powers in the way that he should have.
Yeah, I'm like, this motherfucker can lift buildings by just thinking of it. He's got this whole Silver Surfer doing his bidding. Like, he can crush her within an instant. Why wasn't he doing that with everything?
Well, but that's what the purpose of the Silver Surfer was to scout out the worlds for him to destroy. And if there was any like heroes or anything, she was supposed to take care of it. But
the thing with the Silver Surfer too is, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good.
Is the Silver Surfer is basically a scout for Galactus. It's they scout the planet so Galactus can consume it to feed the hungry.
Okay.
Galactus is always hungry to devour. I mean, he's the devourer.
But did you see that scene when she was standing in front of him and she was like, oh, like they had got away from her and he like almost like killed her right there just by like just whatever he did with his mind or whatever he did?
Yeah.
Like, if you're that powerful, why do you need to go down to that planet? And why are you so fucking tiny? Because you look like you was this huge ass being connected to this big ass ship. And then you rock off this ship all huge and come down to the planet and you look
it's all relative.
Okay, yeah. So basically the reason for that was Galactus is a cosmic being with cosmic powers.
So he can shrink
So
himself.
he can shrink himself to
Okay.
where he can go to a planet that he deserves, that he needs to be on. Now, like the other planets that he just straight destroyed with his ship, like the one that they went and met him with.
He did that because he wanted the kid.
He just devoured that world, but he wanted Franklin to take his place because Franklin Reed had the cosmic power that he was looking for, and he was wanting to get his relief from that.
Okay.
Yeah, an ass move is that.
So yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I thought, because the last time that I was on with you all, I hadn't watched the movie, and I told you guys, I was like, well, depending on the timeline that they go with and the comic run that they go with, I was thinking they would go with the Franklin to take place of Galactus, and that's what they did. So I was excited for that. I was glad that they did that run. I just felt like Galactus was underused a little bit because you hype him up so much in the movie. Like he is the Devourer. He has the cosmic energy. Franklin is the only superhero that can take over that mantle. So I just felt like when Galactus come to Earth, he was kind of like shunned a little bit because they basically just set him up to like get away from Franklin, send him away from the Earth, like into another dimension to where like he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But Galactus fought the Fantastic Four a lot before they got to that. So they kind of just rushed that.
But at the same time,
They should have just let little Franklin throw his powers in there.
But at the same time, they left it open because they didn't destroy him. They just knocked him in the portal to where it would take him longer to find where they're at, and that's where I think they're going to make their move to Earth 636. I think is the primary Earth, the one with the Avengers on it.
I'm not entirely sure.
Or I was going to ask you this too because you watched the Thunderbolts. Are they setting the Thunderbolts up to be the new Avengers?
No, that was kind of like their Suicide Squad, basically. You know what I mean? Like it was like like I don't think it's necessarily going to be like the new Avengers, like they're trying to say. Like it was just basically like their like trying to play it off like it was basically Marvel Suicide Squad. Yeah, it was a running joke, but it was basically like hey, we don't have the Avengers, but it's the best we got for now. So like I said, this and that was the thing with the world of the Fantastic Four was the Fantastic Four world 8 what was it? Earth 828. So Earth 828 didn't have the Avengers. All they had was the Fantastic Four. So they didn't have they don't know any they didn't know any like Tony Stark or like the Hulk or anything like that. They didn't have any of those. So
they were the first.
Yeah. And as far as like Franklin Reed, he as like technically like if you want to put into the most powerful people in the Marvel universe, it would be Franklin Reed, and then I don't know. Would you put like Thanos above Captain Marvel, or would you put Captain Marvel above Thanos?
I don't know, man. Like in the big picture, like who ended up killing Thanos?
Well, technically Iron Man did with the glove, but
yeah.
No, but as far as like who can actually stand toe to toe with them?
Oh, I don't know.
Because like you would have like, of course you have your Vision.
Yeah.
You have Captain Marvel, and then you have Thor that are all cosmic beings.
Yeah.
Who can stand toe to toe with Thanos.
Yeah.
Can I read you some reviews from Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
So for the Fantastic Four, it was rated at 86 on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of all the reviews. Not like I'm gonna give you one from 5, one from 3, and one from 1. Okay. So 5 said, I love the retro futuristic vibe of this movie. Plus, the Galactus actually got justice on this big screen after 18 years. And I love the fact that Things is not naked like he was 10 years ago. The whole movie is that perfect. One that was a 3 says, fun, exciting, and funny. Felt like another superhero adventure with a bright, light twist of colors and family fun. And a 1 says, absolutely the worst Fantastic Four movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, they just kind of just chopped
Didn't
They
the
ain't seen
production
one,
crew
yeah.
read the comic books before making it? Worthy of a golden raspberry award.
Okay, so I don't agree. I
The one with
disagree
Michael
with
B. Jordan was horrible.
Yeah, right.
That was
right.
horrible.
That was horrible. That was the only one that Stan Lee. Of course, this one, but because rest in peace.
R.I.P. bro.
Yeah. But Stan Lee didn't even want to put his stamp on that one.
Yeah, they threw
Yeah.
that one together.
Yeah.
So another number 1 said, terrible CGI, horrible casting choices, Galactus being nerfed is a joke. A female Silver Surfer is a joke. Okay, never mind. This
Okay,
person is
so
clearly a fool.
let's
Clearly
dive.
against any type of women in a good role.
Yeah, let's dive into why Silver Surfer was a woman this time. Shayla, what was it? Shayla Bell, or whatever her name is. Shayla Bell. That is the actual character of the name of the woman Silver Surfer. Technically, she is the wife of the original Silver
Right,
Surfer,
right.
the male one.
Mhm.
In an actual comic book in the 60s, she actually was the one that picked up the Silver Surfer mantle after her husband.
Really great comic run to where both of them are Silver Surfer too.
Right. So she actually was a Silver Surfer in the comics. And so they actually was playing off of the 60 run comic book, which we'll get into here in a minute, because like I said, I'm gonna dive into the Easter eggs, and that was actually part of the Easter egg, that why it was set, why it would look like it was a 60s futuristic type movie.
Yeah. So the guy that did the review, he didn't really do his homework.
Right. So some of those 1s and 3
So here's a very fair 3.
Okay.
And this kind of dives into the movie as a whole, I think. Very stylistic and pretty with good action scenes. I love the intro, which jumped right in with a quick origin and recap of early adventures. However, the plot is extremely linear and so fast-paced that the overly melodramatic character scenes haven't earned any emotional depth. It feels like it was specifically designed for a next gen, meaning low attention span audiences. It really feels like a high budget episode of a TV show. There's a problem with a major arc given an extremely quick resolution, which felt extremely disappointing.
Okay, so
I understand that when thinking about the movie, I do kind of understand where this 3 came from.
I do, but at the same time, they are late putting this multiverse saga together because they've had so much trouble with it. So yes, they have to do things differently in a fast pace, because Avengers Doomsday,
shoehorn Fantastic Four in there.
like Avengers Doomsday slated to come out in March next year. So they have to get all these multiverse things together, and I think
sounds like they put themselves in a bind.
they did, but it was the whole Jonathan Majors thing that did it. They didn't really have anything to put.
That's why I was
to
like,
place.
yeah, this 3 is very well put and is very accurate.
But so I think really the main focus of this movie was Franklin Reed, because I think he's going to have a major part in Doomsday.
Okay.
And because like I said, while I was going through with the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe, Franklin Reed ranks right up there with the most powerful being.
Travis,
because of his cosmic power.
which of the Fantastic Four characters is your favorite character in this movie, Travis?
In this one for me, it was Sue, because I mean Pedro. I love Pedro a lot, but I feel like he was kind of rushed with Reed because a lot of calculations that he made in the movie was kind of rushed. When Reed's a strategist, he's always been a strategist. He always plans things out first before he does anything, and he kind of rushed a lot of stuff, which he had to. But the movie is very rushed because I get it, Doomsday having the timeline to come out when it does. But the movie is still very rushed because you kind of rushed in Galactus. You threw him out there basically just to set up Doctor Doom in the end of it. And that I just feel like they could have took a little more time to set up Galactus. But that's just me though.
But and like I said, like they didn't get rid of him. They just pushed his timeline back. He may follow them they may follow him to the Earth Prime, and that's when they'll have a bigger role for him with the whole Avengers, and have like a Avengers Doomsday type movie to where he is a big bad and you got to deal with it. Because I mean, that's like you said, like Galactus was one of those beings that they just they had trouble with, you know what I mean? Like it was just, and Franklin Reed ends up either A, taking the mantle, or B, taking care of him, period.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, when he first popped up on the screen during the movie, I was like, oh shit, it's about to go down.
Yeah, so you still have to have that. So later
and then it was like he was in and out.
Yeah, so you literally have to you still have to have that standoff with Franklin Reed and Galactus. Like that's gonna have to happen.
And when he almost busted back out, I was like, oh damn, this is the moment. And he was like, nope. Yeah. I was like, God. Who was your favorite character of this?
Sorry, I feel like too. So with Galactus, I feel like there is a run with Marvel that Doctor Doom actually is stronger than Galactus. So
yeah,
they could buddy it up like that. But Doctor Doom's always been a big bad for the Fantastic Four too.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
the number one guy, really. Like
yeah.
And him talking to Franklin early is a good thing because like he plays a big part of Franklin's like childhood growing up into becoming the next Galactus, because Franklin questions a lot of things, man.
Yeah, like
when he gets older. And I mean, he has these powers that nobody has. I mean, he can control universes, and it's like
his cosmic power is like beyond like comprehension.
And Doctor Doom is the only one that kind of like relate to that in a way. And then Galactus obviously is like a mentor to him, and I feel like Galactus is like the dark side going into Star Wars. I feel like he's like Palpatine just saying, "Hey, come over here to the dark side.
Yeah,
you can be."
I can see that.
Yeah.
To answer your question, in the movie, see, I always liked Mr. Fantastic growing up because of the whole stretching ability and like his way of thinking. You know what I mean? He's an overthinker like I am. So I always appreciate about that with characters, you know. But within the movie, I would actually have to say I like this Johnny Storm better than the Chris Evans Johnny Storm. One, I don't know if you saw it because I know Cha-Cha's a fan.
I was asleep on it.
Cha-Cha, I know you're a fan of Stranger Things, but Eddie is actually Johnny Storm.
I was looking at him when I was like, he looks familiar.
Yeah, it's Eddie from Stranger Things. But I liked his Johnny Storm better than Chris Evans. It wasn't really like, of course, you know, with the Fantastic Four that came out in the early 2000s, they had that origin story movie where, you know, they just got their powers and he was just learning them and, you know, being a smart ass with everything and stuff like that.
Arrogant.
Yeah, being arrogant. This one, he had a little bit more time with his powers. like you can tell like his development with his powers, like he learned them, he knew how to use them, like he actually had smarts to him, like he developed he figured out the language that the Silver Surfer was using, like all that, like he actually had like like smarts to him, instead of just being a pilot that was like the Chris Evans one was. Right. He was just a pilot that just was with them on the spaceship and was Sue Storm's sister, brother, and just ended up getting powers with him.
Go ahead.
I honestly, I thought I was gonna say something else, but go ahead.
So
that's my
y'all might not like my answer, but my favorite was the Silver Surfer. And the reason that my favorite was the Silver Surfer is because that bitch was eating in the fights. She was wearing them out a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. She was wearing them out. And she brought the most action.
Yeah.
Like when she was in the scene is when you got the most action, besides when Galactus finally hit down on Earth. But she gave that action, and just her demeanor and how she was just sleek in silver. She just gave it on camera. And I enjoyed every ounce of when she was on that screen.
But, and also too, I will say on top of that I did like this Silver Surfer better than the early 2000s one, because you got more emotion from her.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean?
But like in the beginning, how she was talking to them, like she was just sitting on the surfboard and she was just looking down at them and saying what she had to say. And then
she was a bad bitch.
I was like, yes.
she was that bad bitch.
Now who's gonna try me? Who's coming for me?
So,
you want to come with your little weak ass heart? Wham! She was eating him up. She was wearing him out.
But also too, I don't know who all saw Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah,
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
So when they went to the Void and Chris Evans was playing the Human Torch, and he tried to bulk up with what's his name from X-Men, Firestarter. When he tried to bulk up with him, and the Firestarter took his fire, and he fell to the ground. But in this one, he had a little bit more time to develop his power, to where he went to a fire and he sucked up all the flames to him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he was able to control fire.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I'm saying. Like his development with his powers, that's what I liked about him.
Still want that ass out. Oh my God, who was your favorite of this actual? She want him out. She want a couple of them out. I ain't gonna hold you. She gave the Fantastic Four the blues before they finally got to her.
Real talk. Me, I'm kind of on the fence. I didn't like the Johnny Storm, what they did with the character. Thought it was pretty interesting. And the Thing as well. Like you said, they didn't really get a chance to develop like the whole romance side thing, but that in and of itself is kind of an interesting story too. And the way the back and forth is different between him and Johnny Storm in this one. It's a little bit more
brotherly,
wholesome type, because like in the other one, like basically they just kept fucking with each other constantly.
Yeah.
It was more annoying.
Yeah.
It was annoying to him.
Where it's like, yes, the annoying brother.
Well, and probably that was also because like the amount of years they've been together doing it.
Exactly.
You know? And so, like I said, their character arcs in this one was different from the first one, or from like the first set. And I think it's because where it wasn't that origin story, they kind of just briefly told on the origin story, which I do like, because a lot of these trilogies get taken up by the first movie being an origin story movie.
Yeah, again.
So
it's like we know.
Yeah, like we already know. We've seen this. Like they keep doing an origin story with Batman. It's like we've seen this 15,000 times. Like stop doing an origin story with Batman.
Right.
Right. So
who was your favorite?
I don't know. Like I said, probably actually, the Thing.
Yeah.
Because out of all the other members, they get a lot of focus majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was good to see that he got his.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and the one thing I do like about the Thing too on this one was he wasn't like, because you know I understand, you know, the origin story of the other ones, like I keep mentioning, like he was more depressed on what he looked like and everything like that. Like he was more comfortable in his own rock, you know. So he was more comfortable. He was more confident. You know what I mean? So like He was just. It wasn't like, oh, I look like a monster,
Yeah.
or, blah blah blah. Like he
was trying to lose all of that.
Yeah.
Because he did go back to being human. For a
Yeah.
bit.
And then that was when the character arc where he realized he had to be the person he had to be. So in this one, he already knew he is who he is.
Right.
The only funny thing was he was trying to use the sander to shave.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Wow.
and they was like, Johnny was like, beards are cool now, and he's like, and you see him with a beard, which I thought was cool too. Like,
That was.
when was the first? That was the first time I ever seen Thing with a beard.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta watch this.
Yeah, it's good. So what was the Easter eggs that y'all were talking about?
Well, first of all, let me touch on why they didn't really do much on like a personal level of the Fantastic Four. Is because they were about to leave that Earth. Like, they're not spending too much time on Earth 828. Like, they're eventually going to come to Earth Prime, either to chase Doctor Doom or to leave that Earth because Galactus has found them,
Right.
So either way, they was leaving that Earth to where they're the character development. Now they may find a doppelganger of that chick on this Earth,
Right.
So that may happen. So that's why they didn't really do too much character development with a character in their personal life to another human or a person within that Earth.
Right.
Okay. So, Easter eggs. There's already 3 that I can combine. Earth 828. The retro feel of the 60s. And actually, I think those 2 are actually I can combine. So there was a painting in the tower, which that tower actually replicated the Baxter building that the Fantastic Four or the Avengers had in the first movie.
Right.
So there was a painting in that building that had future creators or future founders of the future, that had Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. Jack Kirby is a co-founder basically with Stan Lee on Marvel. Jack Kirby created Captain America. He created Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and there was another one too. I can't remember what it was. But all those were done in the 60s. That's why I had that retro 60 feel. Besides Captain America. Captain America was done in the 40s because it was like the World War II type era.
Mm-hmm.
That was what the character they needed at that time. Earth 828 represented Jack Kirby's birthday.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And that was, Jack Kirby's birthday is August 28th. So that's why they did Earth 828.
Look at you.
They did a lot of Jack Kirby references in that movie. There was a billboard in the movie that had copper tone, and without it being like a little child, it was like a man that when Johnny Storm went by, it had the flames on the back of it.
Mhm.
Copper tone was a sponsor of the original Fantastic Four in the 60s.
Oh.
So that's why that was there. And then let's see, safety protocol sequence. That was basically a call in the conference that Reed Richard had for for Jefferson Franklin when he was first born, because he had the cosmic anomaly in his blood. So you remember when they're doing the talk show, the host, that actually was a symbol that actually was a call to why am I blanking on his name right now? At the Ed Sullivan Show. And so the circle that the Fantastic Four was standing on with the arrows pointing to the circle, that was the original. That was kind of like the original stage that the Beatles performed on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Nice.
So like I said, there was a lot of 60 feels to it.
Okay, Travis, did you see any Easter eggs?
Not to that extent. No, I didn't. I miss like a lot of Easter eggs because I guess I'm just too focused on like the story.
Yeah.
I'm just like too dialed in because I do miss a lot of stuff, and then I go back and I'm like, oh shit, okay,
Yeah,
that completely went over my head.
I actually watched it the first
that's
time.
really cool. I didn't know that they were referencing that much to like the 60s.
Yeah, and actually, I watched the first time for the storyline, and then I go back multiple times and catch the Easter eggs that are in it, because Marvel has a tendency to throw so many Easter eggs in a movie that you kind of have to watch it multiple times to find the Easter eggs of it.
Like a sieve.
Yeah, except for the ones they throw in your face, like the one that it's clobbering time. That was the original catchphrase in the 60s for the Thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one was
Yeah, and then the flaming Fantastic Four logo, it was more of the 60s feel for it, because that was the way Johnny Storm did it in the 60s instead of the one in the early 2000s where it was just like a straight 4, you know. It was more of a rounded 4 on the curves and stuff like that. And then the Pam AM building, actually, it was a iconic skyscraper in New York that is actually now has since become the MetLife building.
Oh, okay.
And then there's so many, like I said, like there was so that I had to like thumb through some of them. The equation that Reed Richard was trying to teach the kids before he was like, hey, y'all want to see an explosion? That was a parallel Earth equation. So he was trying to teach them about the multiverse and parallel universes that would included the Earth 616, the primary Earth.
Yeah,
That's crazy. 616 isn't Lilo and Stitch? Isn't he 626? I swear he is. I can't remember, but I'm sure.
So in the first call to Doctor Doom was when they had the meeting with the United Nations or whatever, and they was going around the room, and you seen an empty seat, and that was Lavia. Lavia is the home nation for Doctor Doom.
Oh.
And with that seat being empty, Doctor Doom was supposed to be sitting there.
Got you.
Do you think that I was thinking about this too after the movie, that they could potentially set up the Council of Reeds?
That'd be funny.
That could very well be possible. We don't know how deep and how far they're going to go into this multiverse with it, the way it's come together now.
Yeah.
I think this could open up new doors with it. And I think I really think they could do the Council of Reeds. I really hope they do, actually. And one of the Easter eggs is the voice behind Herbie, the little robot.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually the voice that he actually played the voice in the new Fantastic Four animated series, and it was one of Jack Kirby's final creations for Marvel.
Huh.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And they did play on the Thing's Jewish history.
Yeah.
So that was one thing I did like.
Oh, okay. See, I thought. Never mind. I just thought that she was.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But it makes sense though. You know, Jack Kirby being Jewish.
I feel like there was a couple of great that they actually did with the movie. Was like Ben and Johnny's relationship is like that. I mean, Johnny always thought Ben as a big brother.
Yeah.
So that is a great way. And Johnny is actually pretty smart. Like, a lot of people think that he's just a hothead, no pun intended, but like he actually is very smart in his own kind of way.
Yeah, and that's why I was
So-
saying. That's what I was saying at the beginning. When that's the one thing I did like about Johnny Storm versus the ones in the early 2000s was the actual intelligence that he had in this one. You know, like he.
I mean, like he's the comic relief character, and obviously you need that. You know, when times are, rough, then you need that comic relief for a laugh.
Mhm.
You know, but there is a lot of situations that Johnny has figured out, and nobody else thought of. So, and Reed is the smartest Marvel superhero that's ever been created. I mean,
Right.
he has the highest IQ. He has higher IQ than Xavier.
Tony Stark.
He has higher IQ than Dr. Doom, Tony Stark, all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, he beats every single person, and he's always been that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Johnny slept on a lot with that. But also with Sue, like, I think the movie portrayed Sue very well because Sue is also that character that is smart, but Sue is also the one that's more grounded than any of them
Right.
because she's like the one that takes care of everybody and kind of is like the more grown up version of all of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it puts it in that perspective of like, hey, we need to take a breath and then do it this way, like, so.
Yeah, and then there was a kind of a thing with Sue Storm when she was telling them that we're not, we don't sacrifice anyone.
Yeah.
As talking about her baby.
Yeah.
That was actually a Easter egg for Infinity Wars when Vision told him we don't sacrifice one or the other. So that was a call to Vision.
Nice. There's so many Easter eggs.
Trust me, there was a lot.
Yeah.
Like we could actually.
There was a lot more when you were talking about those. I was like, dude, that's so many more than what all of them.
There was actually
a list on the podcast Facebook of all.
Yeah, I'll post a link because actually there was so many of them, and it was going in so depth. I'll post a one of the 60. There was so in depth that I didn't even know until I looked at the list. There was some, like I said, that stuck out. There was some just because I grew up.
You rewatched the movie to see them all.
And then there was some that I grew up with the Fantastic Four because that was my dad's favorite comic book series was the Fantastic Four. He loved it. So I grew up watching the cartoons. I grew up reading the comics. I went to see the Fantastic Four movies with my dad. So yeah, it was. I remember even watching. There was a channel that he always watched when I was younger, and it was like at that time it would play like old time cartoons and stuff like I wouldn't really say old time
like Boomerang or
like, kind of like a Boomerang type channel that actually played like the 60s Spider-Man, the 60s
old school,
the 60s Fantastic Four, like all that stuff. So I remember growing up watching that stuff. So but no, I'll post it. I'll post it on the Facebook. I'll post it even with the posting of this video. So it was good. There was so many. Like I said, we'd be here for well over an hour just me talking about Easter eggs of this because there were so many of them. And
we've gotten to that point now. I remember when the only Marvel movie out at the time was Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, people don't really know that Blade, Wesley Snipes, he actually is the
He's the first original.
Yeah,
Marvel.
like people think that like Tony Stark, he was the first of the MCU.
Yup.
Iron Man was, but when you actually put brass tacks, Wesley Snipes is the father of Marvel movies,
right?
Because he was the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where does Edward Norton fit in there with the Hulk? Because that was before Iron Man.
No, it wasn't. So it was what was it?
I think Hulk came out before
Eric
Iron
Bana?
Man. No. That
It was Eric Bana.
That's not the Marvel.
So
version,
okay,
though. The Marvel version is the one with Edward Norton.
Actually, they didn't actually consider Edward Norton a part of the Marvel universe until later.
Right, I know because
I would think they would all
what's
qualify.
his name? I know exactly because they still had the general.
Yeah.
What's his name? I forget his name. William Hurt or something like that. He plays the general in Iron Man.
He ends up being Red
So,
Hulk. Yeah.
So the Incredible Hulk came out in 2008,
Yeah.
and Iron Man came out. No. And they came out about the same time. So, but I do believe, because I remember going to see the movies in both of them. The Iron Man came out May 2nd, 2008. And let's see. The Incredible Hulk.
They
out-
tied the Incredible Hulk up into the Marvel timeline, though.
Yeah, they did. They did eventually.
Yeah, because you can watch it on Disney.
And
now.
then,
It's on
but
Disney.
they did have that ending credit scene where Tony Stark did come into the bar to
And talk
meet
to the general. Yeah.
But they really didn't have. They couldn't. They at that time they didn't have the rights for the Hulk, so they really couldn't
Right.
tie it into anything. So they
Right.
just kind of
Yeah.
teased that thing in there. But the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton came out in June 13th.
Okay, so they was a month apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but when you actually put it into a timeline before,
Hang on a second. Was that
Disney-
the one with Edward Norton?
yeah, that was the one. with
Okay.
Edward Norton.
Who
That's my
played
favorite.
him before that? Because there was one that
that's
came
why-
out.
that's what
the
I
one
was
we
looking
don't
at.
talk about.
Right, the one.
The one with that horrible one with
Yeah, in 2003.
with what's his name?
That was
Nick Nolte as his dad.
Eric Bana.
Yeah, Eric
Yeah.
Bana.
Bana. That was the Hulk that played.
Yeah.
That was the one that played Eric Banner in.
Yeah, and Nick Nolte was his dad.
Yeah.
And he fed him that serum that made him the Hulk.
Yeah.
He killed his mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen it at the drive-in. I'm like, this ain't right. This ain't right at all.
Yeah, that Hulk is kind of like the Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
that was
like,
the
that
one we
ain't-
don't speak about.
This ain't right. This ain't right at all.
We'll skip over that. We don't.
Yeah.
we'll skip over it.
But we
That's
can't.
that's a bleep in the timeline. We'll just delete that.
Yeah, I know, right?
But actually, we can't because they are bringing back all three Hulks in the world in either Secret
Yeah.
Wars or the War of the Hulk.
Kind of like the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Insane.
The Spider-Man's is.
Yeah.
Because there's a movie they're going to come out with, and I've been waiting for it. Because it's kind of like the one with all the Spider-Mans. It was was it the World of the Hulks or World of the Hulks?
World War
That's-
Hulk.
that's
World,
good.
World War Hulk.
It's
Yeah.
War Hulk.
Yeah,
World
so
War-
they're
yeah.
gonna have all three of those Hulks
Yeah,
in there.
because the Hulk that's in there now, that they have now, that can control his anger. He's so soft now. They need to get him back to
No,
being angry.
well, and so apparently in the Spider-Man 4 movie with Tom Holland, they're actually gonna bring in to where they're gonna introduce we done said so many names I can't think of his name now. Who plays Hulk now?
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's like
Yeah.
we done went through so many names I can't even think of right now.
Yeah, I couldn't think of his
Mark
name.
Ruffalo
yeah,
is the
he's
current
soft.
Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So they're in the Fantastic Four, in the Spider-Man 4 movie that they're going to do with Tom Holland. They're going to introduce Mark Ruffalo's Hulk to where they're going to bring that into the World War Hulk movie.
He needs to get
And
mad.
he's-
That's all I'm saying.
And then he's actually going to eventually turn into the World Breaker.
Okay, so he's
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so he's gonna like the character arc of that Hulk is gonna be insane because that's where they're gonna bring in the other Hulks. But he's gonna be the Hulk to be like, this Hulk can destroy the world with a single clap.
It's like how long do we have to wait for that? I'm gonna be like 80 still watching Marvel movies and shit.
I know, right?
Hey, I don't care. I'll walk up there with my walker and everything.
Falling asleep in the ticket line.
Going to see Avengers 50.
Get him out of here. He's walked into the wrong movies. He's in somebody else's seat. Get out of here.
Back in my day, they had good superheroes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Throwing popcorn screen.
Oh, you ain't gonna be eating no popcorn. Not at that age. You gonna. Oh,
Well, I'll
lucky.
be throwing something at thinking it's popcorn.
Boom. Yeah.
Throwing M&Ms or something.
The usher have to come and get you and her snoring. Oh my gosh. You can't even make it through the first set of credits. He's out of there. That's crazy. 80 years old.
But all right. Anything else to say about the movie or anything else? Any more thoughts on it?
I liked it.
Y'all giving me something to look forward to tonight. I'm gonna try it again. I went to sleep on it, but I think I'll be able to watch it.
He gonna fall asleep again.
He gonna fall asleep again.
Because right about now, I will too.
But so like I said, with this movie being kind of the opener of where they're taking the multiverse saga, I do think that they do have a good direction for the MCU right now.
I agree.
We will see.
There's plenty more to come.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, if you think, like, bottom line, do you think the Fantastic Four movie is good enough to set up the Doomsday? That's the big thing I think that they were trying to do. Is it bottom line good enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think they was heading in a good direction with Deadpool and Wolverine with the multiverse theory. They kind of put some light onto the multiverse and what it could be like.
Yeah.
With it tying in to Doomsday and how they're going to tie Doomsday into things, I think they did a good job with it.
Yeah, and if not, it's good enough.
Right.
At this point.
So I can't. I honestly I can't wait to see how they bring Doomsday into each world. I don't know if they're going to end up doing, like I said, if they're going to do like the Tony Stark and Doomsday theory on it being like a body switcher type situation.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. Like, that's easy enough at this point.
So, but that would also be kind of hard because Tony Stark died in the Avengers Endgame. So, how are they going to do that? Unless
With the multiverses, anything happens.
It's basically the alternate universe.
Yeah. So it's definitely going to be interesting. I heard that they're actually going to have multiple Dooms in Doomsday and Avengers Doomsday.
That'd be interesting too.
They'll have like another Doom, and they'll have a female Doom. So, and then they're going to have multiple.
They should have a Tanya Stark.
And then they'll have a other variants of the villains and characters that we already seen being villains. So, I think it's definitely going to be interesting, and it's going to be a lot that.
It's a lot of production.
Yeah. And then that's why I think they're not having Secret Wars until after Doomsday, because Secret Wars, like I said, is going to end a lot of it's going to have a send off to a lot of those characters. The one thing I'm interested to see is how they're going to bring in the X-Men. That's what I've been waiting on.
Like this. Drop them right the fuck in.
Drop them.
Well, I know with the Eternals, with the Celestial that's been
Right.
in the Pacific somewhere, that's where they get the Animanium.
Okay.
They mine that, and that's how they get Animanium. So we'll see how all that brings in to this. So
Hell yeah, I'm here for it.
Anybody got anything else? Travis, you got anything, man?
No, I think I'm good, man. I mean, covered a lot of it. So,
Well, thanks for coming back.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming back. There's going to be a lot more opportunities for you to come back. So we'll dive into that, and we'll have you back on, man. So with that being said, this is In the Mix with D-Lo with the Run It Back podcast. I've been talking a lot. So
Hey.
Yeah.
So with that being said, and we out.
Peace.
Deuces.